what's up, everybody? It has been a minute since I've done a love and hip hop review, right? I know I had so much going on, and I haven't even done any reviews on my other channel, but that's definitely about to change. I'm thinking I might do Black Ink Crew, and also I'm gonna start doing love and hip hop ATL. It's just my schedule has been like so crazy lately. So I've been playing kind of catch up with certain things, and then you guys know February 26th was the birthday, so I wasn't around. And right now I'm actually still kind of catching up on reviews that I'm doing. I still have wigs that I have to review and stuff like that. So, but I was like, you know what? Let me catch up at least on Love and Hip Hop New York, because you know that's my thing. And then I can do a reunion, but I didn't want to do the reunion without watching the rest of the shows. It was like 3 of them that I had to watch, so I was like binge watching last night and this morning. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this, right? So Safaree, he wasn't there. I mean, we seen the end and you know the clip. It looked like he coming, but in the beginning, that was like the first thing that was mentioned, that Safaree never come true. So it's like, hold on, wait a minute, like what's going on? And everybody like, who was it? One of them was like, you know, like, okay, he's not here, let's move on. I was like, well, the shade, honey, the shade. So Kimbella, she lets us know that she's pregnant. She wasted no time to have a legitimate baby. Like, yes, I's pregnant now, and you gonna be the baby to show that, okay? We're gonna have another one. So yeah, she's having another baby. I think she said it's a boy. And it was funny because when she announced it, I saw some like rolling of the eyes with Yandy. So I'm like, I thought they was in a good place, but now I'm seeing that little like eye roll thing. It was just kind of confirming that things wasn't in such a good place as we thought. Something must have happened between then and now. So Yandy, she was the first person up on the chopping block with Nina Parker, of course. And all of them looked fabulous. I love, y'all know I love me some bling, so I love Jonathan's suit. I felt like, who was doing the most? Oh, of course, Sydney Starr, that's her name, right? I feel like she was doing the most. Like, they said her name, she got up, twirling around, and doing mad extra shit. Like, I liked her shoes, though. They remind me of my shoes, but my shoes, they don't have that high heel and they're a little bit higher. But yeah, like she just always gotta be mad extra, and it's just, I don't know, people like that, they could be annoying AF to me. Like, seriously, I just stay away, because like you always gotta be the center of attention for what, you know? It's just like you bring in mad attention to yourself, and then when people talk bad about you, you want to play victim, and I'm not with it. Anyway, so she defends Infinity and says, you know, Infinity, she wanted to like just kind of she wanted her to be in a safe place. Infinity never asked her to be there or anything like that. That was her choice, because she feels like she was able to help somebody in need, which, you know, definitely, if you have the means, you have the funds, and you feel like you could help to put somebody in a better position, then definitely, you know. So she didn't really say, I don't think she really said if she's gonna adopt her or whatever, but she's definitely working with lawyers for her next step. Nina brings up the fact that Kimbella and Mariah Lynn, you know, they brought up the tape where they was kind of talking crap about the situation about the kid and how she's probably doing it for clout and stuff like that. So that right there kind of sparked up another nerve, because you could see instantly like Yandy's face had torn up once again. So I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much what it is that's making her like all upset and all that. So it seems like from what Yandy said, Mariah Lynn actually, following that scene, she spoke to her, or maybe after it came up, she spoke to her, apologized for everything, and she also spoke to Infinity and let her know the way she feels about her and all that stuff. And now she knows that it's not for clout at all. Kimbella says that Yandy was in her wedding because she thought they were in a better place, you know, and they both look so happy and everything. Like, they look like their friendship was in a much better place. But then I guess after the wedding was when the show aired, and then it was like, well, hold up, wait a minute. Like, you know, like, this is what I asked you. Like, Yandy's like, I literally asked you, what did you say when we was in Costa Rica? And you did not say that you said it like that. You didn't say, you know, you pretty much was like, you didn't really say that. Or, you know, she kind of watered it down when she gave her apology. And that's what Yandy was so upset about. You know, they was going back and forth and kind of airing out their dirty laundry. Because Yandy's like, you're saying that I put this on social media because I want the attention, you know, like I'm looking for clout and things like that. She's like, do I put when I go see you at 3 o'clock in the morning on Instagram? Do I go talk about that when I go to the hospital with you or anything like that? Jewels is like, oh, this is, and then she started saying things that she does, and it's like it was just kind of airing out their dirty laundry. And that's what it kind of was starting to become a competition of. So Jewels was like, you know, he got up like, nah, y'all just doing the most right now. Y'all really need to stop. And if y'all not going to be friends, then y'all need to just not be friends. But all of this back and forth stuff is whack, you know? So I'm kind of happy that somebody kind of stopped it, because it was getting to a point where they were kind of giving everybody their secrets, you know? And that's a bad thing sometimes about having close friends or best friends and then having a falling out with them, because it's like, a lot of times that is where, like, you know, it's almost like you have a chest of secrets that you kept locked away, and now all of it is just going all over the place. It's a free fall for everybody to kind of catch it, because that person knows so much about you, like stuff that you would probably never tell anybody. So that's kind of where they were at. And at that point, Remy did kind of say, you know, she talked to Yandy and was like, you know, I see how much you guys care about each other, so you need to just y'all need to come back together and be cool or whatever, you know, because I know you care about her. You wouldn't be getting this crazy if you didn't care so much about her. So, I mean, Yandy was receptive to it. She listened, but, I mean, yeah, Yandy, when they asked her, like, after everything was said and done, they was like, you know, where do you guys kind of stand? Are you going to be friends, or are you going to kind of let it go? And she was just like, I'm not going to answer that right now, because right now I'm in my feelings. So I feel like that at least was a fair answer, because hers kind of saying yes and then things don't go the way we said and it's documented would kind of make you look like a liar. So, you know, she still feels like she needs to hold on to it. Although Kimbella did once again go ahead and apologize, I think like twice, then, you know, I mean, you can only do but so much. And at the end of the day, I mean, Kimbella was wrong as well, you know? So it's a tough place, because you can't really say who was right, who was wrong, because I do feel like Kimbella, like when you mad at somebody, depending on the person, some people will go in. Some people will still have a filter just because of the relationship that they have. But obviously, Kimbella didn't have that, and now she's kind of facing the consequences of what she said and her actions as well. Next, we talk a little bit about Mariah Lynn. No, who is next? No, we already talked about, Mariah Lynn. So Mariah Lynn, she tells everybody that she's not pregnant, because I guess on the blogs they were saying that she was pregnant. So she's like, no, actually, Rich had a vasectomy. And we like, well, hold on. Rich. She's like, after the diabetes happened or whatever, Rich decided to get a vasectomy. We are looking into a reversal, but she was like, I'm not pregnant right now. She was like, I'm madly in love with him. We've been in love for 8 years off and on. And yeah, like, and he just was like looking at her like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you gonna let all my other shorties know what's really good? Like, yo, it was just mad stupid. Like, she just let everything out. But I guess she was just at the point where she's like, nah, like, this needs to change, you know? She knew what she was doing at the end of the day, but she was just, like, when they started asking him questions, you know, like, if he was in love and stuff like that, he was like, she had no right to talk about his disease. I'm like, that's what you got out of this? Your disease? Like, that's the thing? Like, she didn't even, everybody knows about your disease. Like, we talking about vasectomy. Like, vasectomy ain't no disease, bro. What are you talking about? So, yeah, he was just, I think he was just kind of blown away, because that's kind of what he said later on. Like, he was just kind of blown away by the fact that she just told everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we didn't even know it was happening like that. So then Nia Lee, when Mariah was like, yo, like, Rich, you not going to stand up for me? Like, you not going to say nothing? Because they asked him, like, is that true? And he's just like, he told her to shut the fuck up. And it was like, he was like, yo, can you shut the fuck up and let me talk? Like, I think it's just all the emotions was just kind of hitting him at once because he wasn't ready, you know? But she said that she spoke to him, and if he didn't agree, she wouldn't have said anything, you know? She's like, so Jonathan was like, whoa, what are you saying? Because that was like real harsh. And then he's just like, you know what, y'all can have this. And he got off the stage. So she was like, she started getting up because she's like, you know what, I'm not going to be embarrassed about this, because at the end of this show, he's going to come back to me and we're going to be all lovey-dovey. And Nia Lee's like, that's why this is happening, because you allowing it, you know? And for somebody that you're not cool with, somebody that's kind of like your enemy, to be telling you shit that's kind of true, you know, it's like, nah, now you got this bitch talking about me. Like, you got this bitch over here laughing at me and shit. Like, nah, we not gonna do this, son. We not gonna do this. So she kind of got off the stage because she was getting upset. And she went to go see him. She's like, yo, you really gonna let the ops over here be talking about me like that? That's what we really gonna do? And she's like, nah, you need to go. Are you gonna go on the stage and say something, or what? Are you gonna go back on there? Like, he was kind of like not saying nothing. The producers was kind of talking to them, telling her to calm down, and trying to talk to him and tell him that she's hurt. But, you know, he didn't even know what was going on with the whole Nia Lee situation either. He was kind of like lost. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, we can't hear that back here. She's like, yo, the ops is over there talking about, oh, I should be embarrassed. Like, you really got her doing that to me? She's like, you seriously? Like, we talked about this. So, yeah. So he actually did come back on the stage, and he kind of was like, just like I said, he was just kind of like, you know, the reason why. No, he was just like, I was just kind of taken aback. He was like, I got mad love for her, you know? He was like, I love her. And he was like, I was kind of taken aback by everything. You know, he wasn't ready, honey. He wasn't ready. That's what it was. So I feel like that at the end of the day, like, that probably made up for everything. Even though she kind of said, like, regardless if he would have apologized or not, I mean, she probably would have gave him a little hell in the house, but she'd have still been lovey-dovey or loved up with him, because she says she wants to have his baby. You know, if she wants to have anybody's kid, it's Rich, you know, because she feels secure with him and she feels good with him. So, hey, it is what it is, right? So now the last thing they was talking about was like the whole Joe and Sin, you know, and how they got their groove back and their love back and stuff like that. And I mean, she talks a little bit about the fact that she told her mom the night before about the whole thing with somebody touching her. You know, it's definitely a heartbreaking story, and I can definitely relate from back in the days when I was just like a wee lad. Not the same exact story, but similar, you know? So just knowing that you're trying to, or thinking about, or contemplating putting your child into someone else's care, especially when something like that happened, it's definitely scary, you know? So she said that the nanny that she has now is definitely a good person, and the nanny like kind of came to her and said, you know, I would never do that, in tears and everything. And it was just kind of reassuring for her. And I'm pretty sure they probably have cameras all over the house. Like, she's probably in the house as well, you know? It's just somebody that can kind of help her so she can relax a little more and stuff like that. I mean, when you got money, you can, you know? Yeah, you have those luxuries. But, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of this first episode. So I'm kind of looking forward. Like, it looked like all the juice and them, like all the juicy stuff is about to come up in the next episode. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I don't know if it's going to be 3 or 2, but whatever we going to watch. Is Safaree about to get bugged? It looked like they about to like try to fight him and shit. Like, Rich looked like he was ready. I'm like, damn, Rich, what you doing? Like, you too old to be leaping over tables and shit. You think you Batman or Superman? What you doing, bro? Like, I mean, it's because they know that Safaree, like, Rich would never buck up to Joe like that, you know? But I see that Safaree's definitely talking back, but he needs to be careful because he about to lose mad friends, you know? Because even Joe had said, even though he was getting crazy with him in Costa Rica, when he was in the confessional thing, you know, he kind of was like he would never do anything to him, but he do want to get his point across. So that right there shows that he was like an actual friend. But I'm pretty sure hearing the things that Safaree was saying, being mad shady in his commentary, like, oh, I don't owe anybody an explanation. I mean, at the end of the day, he was being honest. But a lot of people can't accept honesty. They only want to give it, which I feel like Joe is one of those people. But I don't know. Hopefully they in a better place, because I feel like they was actually pretty cool, you know? They was, but I don't know. I don't know. We shall see. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Later.